Good evening, everyone. My name is Mamatha Chandra Singh, and I'm from University of Wollongong and doing dual PhD from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay as well. So my research topic is on developing food composition database for anthocyanins in Australian food supply. So bringing up the key idea of anthocyanin degradation underlying food insecurity. So let me start off with a disclosure. I have no relevant relationships with the commercial interest to disclose. This research has been conducted with the support of the Smart Research Advancement Program with scholarships from the University of Wollongong. So let me give a quick overview on what I'll be talking about. While we have evidence of malnutrition when our body does not get the right amount of various nutrients, but we are still lacking this knowledge for unfamiliar nutrients. So what could be the unfamiliar nutrient, and are we ignoring the important components of the unfamiliar nutrient? How important they are, and how to combat malnutrition connecting to this unfamiliar nutrient? And what are the innovations brought in progress and current research gaps and limitations will be discussed in my presentation. So when we look into purple foods, we know that purple foods have been very healthy, and the most important component, the anthocyanins present in the purple fruits and vegetables, that's the cyanide colors produced by anthocyanins, they are really important, and we have huge amount of evidence on their antioxidant activity, antimicrobial, anti-mutagenic, anti-diabetic, and so on. But not limited to. There are various unknown mechanisms by which they protect us from various chronic diseases. So global lack of available data in food composition is causing limitations for bioavailability studies and food security, storage, food insecurity, and lots of research are being lagging behind this because we do not have anthocyanin data in food composition database. So the chemistry, the sustainable chemistry of anthocyanins are unraveling, and they are very complex. They are highly unstable. They are affected by various intrinsic and extrinsic factors such as pH, temperature, light, and so on. So in our research, we got a Japanese plum which is known to have high amount of anthocyanins, which was hybridized to develop a new variety of plum, that's Queen Garnet plum, which is known to have twice the amount of anthocyanins than Japanese plum. That's around 277 milligrams per 100 grams of the fruit. So the Queen Garnet plum was cryomilled. It was stored at -20 degrees Celsius. It was transported to other place after harvesting. All best practices for storage and harvesting practices were followed. So this was further analyzed by keeping the nectar at 3 different temperatures, -20, 4 degrees Celsius, and 25 degrees Celsius by pH differential method. And we could see that after 8 days of storage, there was significant loss of anthocyanins. There was no anthocyanins left in the nectar which was stored at room temperature. So again, we got a different processing method, the advanced technology, that's high pressure processing method, and the Queen Garnet plum was again pasteurized and deactivated with enzymes and brought to, again it was stored at -20 degree and pasteurized, and this nectar was analyzed for several months, and we could observe that quite a huge amount of anthocyanins were preserved in them. 297 milligrams per liters of anthocyanins were in the nectar, and there was no much loss to the on the 53rd days. That's 270 left in them. So what we can understand in this experiment is, despite knowledge of advanced technology, processing methods, preservation methods, there's huge loss of anthocyanins. So we cannot always we cannot rely on processing best advanced processing methods, and it's not feasible always. So anthocyanins degrade at each and every stage, harvesting, processing, until the consumer consumes it. So the degradable chemistry of anthocyanins is unclear. Although we stored at minus 20 degree, we do not know the cause for degradation at minus 20. So lack of access to nutritious food could be the key component for malnutrition. So increased reliability on processed food to ensure sustainable and equitable food distribution is giving rise to nutrition insecurity. So in our research, we are developing a food composition database, and there are lots of challenges in developing this composition as we have vast number of publications, but still there is inconsistent and inaccurate data, and we do not have a standardized method for extraction and analysis. So I would like to conclude by saying it's all about food, it's all about quality. So everything is related to food composition database. When we have the precise amount of anthocyanins present in the food supply, then we could apply for future studies. So as Ruth discussed today morning, food composition is the base of the pyramid, building base of the pyramid, and then connecting to different research gaps is most reliable method. So I would like to acknowledge Dr. Yasmin Prost and Professor William E. Price, my supervisor from University of Wollongong, and thanks for the NIN for providing me this opportunity to discuss about or bring the idea of unfamiliar nutrient.
Himachal Pradesh. Very nice to hear that anthocyanin is not stable at certain storage condition. There are cereal what we call blue alluron. That's there in wheat, maize, rice, barley. And they can be stored for indefinite period of time. They still retain their blue color typical of anthocyanin. So, we already have at least one wheat variety from Nabi in Chandigarh, which has been taken over by Born Bread. They are making bread using anthocyanin-enriched, wheat, and of course, anthocyanin-containing maize is a delicacy in Mexico. So we are also trying. I heard from Dr. Paras Sharma here, and they're also working on anthocyanin-rich barley. So what about the anthocyanin in cereal versus what you have done in plum? I'd like to know, will there be any problem with the storage of anthocyanin in cereal or not?
So thanks for the question. I did not explore more on cereals as my research is on fruits and vegetables, and we are developing anthocyanin food composition database. So we are more focusing on seasonal fruits, and we have already analyzed few fruits, and we have got best extraction and analytical procedure which has been already developed by us, and so we will be seeing our papers soon.
Okay, Dr. Singh, thank you very much.
Thank you.